I'm not going, Nick. We went to the zoo last year.
But Dad, I gotta go to the zoo. I gotta do a stupid report for English class.
Can we go to the zoo?
We'll see, honey. Nick, when did you get this assignment?
Well,
You may go, but Nick, I'd like to speak to you.
oh man, I'm gonna miss lunch.
I know you didn't volunteer for it, but I think you've got the best subject of all.
The zoo? That's no big deal. That's for little kids like my sister.
There's a real story there, and I want you to go behind the scenes to get it, like a reporter does.
Well, I don't know where to start.
Check out the website and then go to people. Well, you could talk to the vet, the animal trainer, the person in charge of education. You know what? Ask your dad for his camcorder, and don't forget a notebook.
What do you guys want to do first?
Well, we gotta work. You guys can do whatever you want.
What do you want to do, honey?
Can we start with the farm animals?
Sure, you can ride a pony there.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right, I guess we could start with the penguins. I guess that sounds cool.
Sure.
I'm hand feeding the penguins so that way we can tell if everybody gets something to eat or if everybody is eating or not. And we want to know that. We want to know, make sure that everybody eats each day, because if not, then we know one might possibly be sick. Another reason that we hand feed the penguins is we buy frozen fish, and during the freezing process they lose some of their nutritional value. So we each day we add some vitamins and minerals to the fish, and we want to make sure that they each get their one pillfish each day, so that's another reason why we hand feed.
How can you tell the penguins apart?
Seeing as how they all look exactly the same, we have to somehow band them so we can identify the different penguins. And so we put these plastic bands. I don't know if you can see on any of the penguins, but they have plastic bands on their flipper, and then we put colored tape on the plastic band, so they all have a different color of tape. So one of them might have a green band on the right flipper, so that's green right. Another penguin might have a blue band on his right flipper, and that'd be blue right. And they can swim fast enough so they can come from underneath water, and they'll porpoise a little bit. So they actually will come out of the water for, it's not a very long distance, but they'll pop out of the water and they'll get about 6 inches above the top of the water. They'll skim right out and then go right back in. So it's really like a real quick porpoise that they do, coming in and out of the water.
What do you think they're doing to that bird?
That tip looks like the end of its wing. It must have got injured somehow.
How do you think it got injured?
I don't know. Maybe we could ask that lady if she comes out when she's done.
Is going to start training it to be an education
Hey, isn't that her?
Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can catch her.
Hi.
Hello.
Were you the vet working on the eagle in
I
there?
sure was.
Can I ask you some questions for my interview?
Sure.
Was that eagle hurt?
Yeah, that eagle's missing part of its wing. It was found in the wild by the DNR, and it was brought to Michigan State University. And since it can't be released, it was brought here, and we're going to use it for education programs.
Did the animals ever get hurt?
Sometimes they do. Most of the time, the animals, though, we deal with old age-related diseases. The other things I do here are taking care of, we've done surgery on our lion. We've taken out his spleen and treated him for cancer. We've brought in dentists from outside, like basically a human dentist, to do root canals. And we also do surgery on Massasauga rattlesnakes and put implants in them, so when we put them out in the wild, we can find out what they do, so we can better understand their habitat.
Every now and then, if I get it just at the right spot and he's willing to cooperate, he'll hold him still. But usually he likes to keep his moving. Let's turn the head 3 times as far each way. But they need.
We're at the Eagle Owl exhibit. Nick will like this. Come on over.
Okay, we'll be right there. Let's go.
Burn and put his wings out as far as he could. Now, if he did all those things, he'd look about 5 times normal size. Not many people are going to mess with him. You have a question over here?
Who are you? What is your job?
My name's Dennis. I'm actually the education curator here at the Potter Park Zoo. So my job really is I'm responsible for all the learning that takes place here at the zoo. So that's everything from stuff that your family's doing here today, we actually learn about the animals, to more formal things we do for schools. And for schools, we do all kinds of things. We do programs here at the zoo. We also have programs where we take some of our zoo animals, our education animals, and visit schools. We also do programs online. We also do distance learning. We can do video conferencing. And a really cool program we have is called the Big Zoo Lesson, where an elementary classroom gets to spend an entire week here at the zoo.
How do you do all that?
Well, I can't take credit for doing all that because I don't do it. A group of very special volunteers called zoo docents do it. And they do almost 95% of all our educational programs. You may have seen some around here today. Usually when they're working here at the zoo, they have blue vests on.
Hey, Dad, come here. I've been seeing these signs all over the place. I remember seeing one over at the target training with the tigers.
Public zoos have to be accredited in order to have a species survival plan.
Where'd you learn that?
While you're getting ice cream, I talked to a docent.
Yeah, in the United States, there's 2,000 zoos, and only 10% of them are accredited by the American Zoo and Aquarium Association, like us here at Potter Park.
And what kind of animals are here from that plan?
We actually have over 14 species of animals that are here at the zoo that are in this program.
Well, is that a lot?
We actually have one of the highest percentages of species in that program.
So what was the most interesting thing you kids saw at the zoo today?
Getting to touch some of the animals. I petted a ferret and a giant millipede.
Whoa, did you see the baby camel? And the cotton-top tamarin?
Well, I really liked the coral reef exhibit. It gave me some ideas for our aquarium at home. How about you, Dad?
I think this new otter exhibit's going to be a home run. It's so visual.
And you didn't want to come to the zoo, Dad.
How about we go find something to eat? Nick, I bet you're starving.
We can eat right here at the zoo.
So, Nick, do you have enough for your report?
Yeah, I think so. But I might need to come back tomorrow.
Can I come too?
We can all come back.
I'm king of the jungle, yet I'm the largest feline in the world. Would you like a piece of me? I believe I would.
Hey, Dad, looks like you're having an awful lot of fun for someone who didn't want to come to the zoo today.
Come on, Bill. Quit kidding around.
I think we all had a lot of fun today.
Can we come back tomorrow?
If you put 5 of those back.
Oh, Dad.
Well, you know, we have to come back tomorrow. We haven't seen the wolves or the red pandas. And did you know they have camel rides here?